Hello viewers, my name is Chandrasekhar. Today I am going to discuss about special issues in GST registration. The topic is special issues in GST registration. Lot of people have many confusion with respect to GST registration. When to take registration, what is the threshold limit for registration, who are covered under compulsory registration. We will be covering only the special considerations and doubt raising areas in the following three sections. Namely, section 22 is persons liable to take registration. Section 23 is for persons not liable to take registration, and section 24 is about compulsory registration. We are discussing only the special issues and not the interpretations of these three sections. First we will discuss about section 22, persons liable to take registration, and these are the three areas we are going to cover. First issue is branch in a special category state. Suppose you are operating from the state of Tamil Nadu and your turnover is only 9 lakhs and you didn't take registration in Tamil Nadu because your turnover does not exceed 20 lakhs, and thereafter you opened a branch in the state of Manipur, which is a special category state, and the turnover at the branch is 2 lakhs. Now your entire turnover comes to 11 lakhs, and at this point you have to take GST registration. Since you have your presence in special category state, your threshold limit is only 10 lakhs and not 20 lakhs, and you will be required to take registration in both the states of Tamil Nadu and Manipur. And the next concern is transfer of business. There might be two situations for transfer of business. The first one is due to the death of the proprietor. In case of death of proprietor, the successor or the legal heir wants to carry the same business, then he shall be liable to take registration in his own name. And the second situation is transfer of business on account of amalgamation or demerger by two or more companies by an order of High Court. Then the transferee shall be liable to take registration from the date of issue of certificate of incorporation by register of companies. And the third issue is registration requirement construction works. The works contractor having principal place of business in one state may undertake execution of works across India in many states. It may so happen that the contractor procures and stores his goods at the site in another state and thereafter carries the construction work at the site. Now, as per section 2 clause 85, a place of business is defined to include any other place where a taxable person stores his goods or receives goods or services. Hence, in the case the taxable person stores his goods at the construction site, it will be considered as his place of business and he will be liable to take registration at the construction site. Next is section 23, persons not liable for registration, and the considerations are: is there any situation where an agriculturist is liable to take registration? Section 23 says agriculturist is not liable to take registration only to the extent of supply of produce out of cultivation of land. That means if an agriculturist undertakes any supplies which are not linked to cultivation or any further processing of primary produce, then he has to take registration as per the provisions of section 22. For example, harvesting paddy is cultivation but production of rice is not. And the next point is exempt supply and reverse charge. Section 23 says any person exclusively engaged in the supply of goods or services or both which are not liable to tax or wholly exempt from tax, then there is no requirement of GST registration. For example, you are providing healthcare services, which is an exempt supply, and you also availed advocate services. The tax on advocate services has to be paid under reverse charge, and for this purpose you have to take registration even though you are exclusively engaged in exempt supply of services. And the next is exempt supply and small portion of taxable supply. In the above example, in addition to healthcare services, you will also have income from a pharmacy in the hospital. Then you have to take registration as per the provisions of section 22. Section 23 very clearly says if you are exclusively engaged in exempt supply, then there is no requirement of registration. And the next point is ISD registration. The question here is the input service distributor discharge his reverse charge liability using his ISD registration? The answer is no. For discharging liability under reverse charge, input service distributor has to take separate registration. Under GST, input service distributor is the person who will not have any taxable outward supply except distribution of credit. If he attracts any tax liability under reverse charge or the other tax liability, he has to take separate registration. Next is section 24, talks about compulsory registration. Section 24 listed out few situations where persons are required to take registration irrespective of their turnover. After that, several notifications have come and provided some relaxations. Let's look into that. Section 24 mandates registration for persons making any interstate taxable supply, but exemption was provided to supplier of interstate taxable services up to 20 lakhs. That means you can engage in interstate taxable supply of services up to 20 lakhs without any registration. But if you are dealing in any interstate taxable supply of goods, you have to take registration irrespective of your turnover. The next is casual taxable persons making taxable supply have to take registration irrespective of their turnover. But exemption was provided to casual taxable person making taxable supply of handcraft goods if the turnover does not exceed 20 lakhs. And the next is persons who are required to pay tax under reverse charge. For these persons, there is no exemption. They have to take registration irrespective of their turnover if they attract any tax liability under reverse charge. The next is persons who are supplying goods or services through e-commerce operator. They have to take registration irrespective of their turnover. But there was an exception granted to supplier of services through e-commerce operator if their turnover is up to 20 lakhs. Remember, exemption was granted only supplier of services through e-commerce operator and not supplier of goods. And the next is input service distributor. Section 24 mandates input service distributor registration only if you want to transfer the credit to other units. The mention of mandatory registration in section 24 only makes a facility of ISD available on the condition of being registered. So these are the few special considerations with respect to GST registration. Thanks for watching.